But what I want to submit to you is right or wrong, you live with it. Right or wrong, as long as you did it with something that's full of conviction, then that's okay. But as long as you're profitable repeatedly over a stretched period of time, there are a lot of tokens that have massively better utility than Bitcoin that can do so much good in the world that I think a lot of investors are also seeing. Hey guys, so by the time I'm making this video, we have Matic moving at 1.69. A couple of days ago, it was way below $1. Somewhere around April 25, it was 40 cents. Somewhere around March, it was 25 cents. And somewhere around Feb, it was around 0.06 cents. From Feb 2021 at 0.06 cents to around 1.69 in just 3 months. That's something that's amazing. However, this is something that I missed out on. And I'm making this video brought about by a question that was sent by Clint Valencia. I've heard Matic so many times from a friend. Shout out to you, Javi Rafael, who's been super diligent in his research in cryptocurrencies, that he's been doing hours and hours and hours of deep dives. I think longer than the amount of time that I've been doing studying and researching. And he told me not so long ago when Matic was below 1 to take a look at it, to study it, to research it, because what it's doing is somehow amazing. Now, this is something that while it's moving, I've missed out on. There's so much cryptocurrencies out there. As much as I wanted to study it, sa dami nun, there are a lot of things that you would also miss out on. I want to share this as part of the experience also of all of us growing in the cryptocurrency space. And there will be moments like this where there would be amazing run-ups from a lot of those tokens that have amazing fundamentals. You don't have to chase everything. Not all tokens, coins, and stocks are something that you should position into just because they are good. I want to know a lot about it. That's why even now I'm spending a lot of time researching VET, and the more I learn about it, the more I actually like it, the more I'm actually investing into it as well. But the underlying foundation about that is I have a good understanding about it that I'm willing to put money on. And that's something that I did not have at that point in time. And from what I know right now from Matic, it's something that's very interesting, especially for those who transact a lot in the Ethereum blockchain, primarily because Ethereum is congested. The gas fees are very expensive, that there's so much going on in the Ethereum network that before ETH 2.0 arrives, fees might be too expensive. A lot of people may experience their transactions not going through, etc. Basically, Matic is a solution for that up until we hit ETH 2.0. I credit Javi Rafael for giving this explanation to me, and I knew it was an alternative to make transaction times faster. Above and beyond transaction times for ETH, it also will make, I think, gas fees cheaper. This is what Javi Rafael gave me, and I think it's one of the best explanations for it. Think about it as the South Luzon Expressway. So everyone is passing through the South Luzon Expressway, kaya mabagal yung transactions, kaya siya mas mahal. What Matic is doing is you're creating a skyway right above the South Luzon Expressway, meaning there's another option, there's another route to make transactions faster. So this addresses all of the scalability issues of what Ethereum is doing. This addresses all of the problems that a lot of people are experiencing right now for Ethereum way before we get to ETH 2.0. Before I go to the next question, I just want to say this also, that never regret the decisions that you made, especially kung pinag-aralan nyo siya, because you would never know the outcome naman eh. You won't make perfect decisions, that's for sure. But what I want to submit to you is right or wrong, you live with it. Right or wrong, as long as you did it with something that's full of conviction, then that's okay. But as long as you're profitable repeatedly over a stretched period of time, that's what matters the most. I love sharing things that I missed out on because people glamorize people when it comes to the world of investing that siya hindi siya nagkakamali, will invest there. It doesn't work that way. There will be times like this that I was scratching my head when I woke up to see the price of Matic, but it is what it is. And to those who have it, congratulations. To those who own it, congratulations as well. I do hope that you exercise proper money management, and kung makita nyo ako, libre nyo ako. Just kidding. Looking at it from a technical standpoint, as it broke out last Feb, it built a base. As it broke out last March, it built a base. As it broke out from the last base last April 25, the current support right now, which was a previous resistance, is at the 0.8 mark, which it has already doubled from. So just follow the breakouts, follow the moving averages. Whatever mechanism you're also using in terms of your sell points, you also follow that if you are trading. May tanong na naman si Clint Valencia. Clint, nakakarami tayo ng tanong. Sabi niya, BT dominance is dropping. Good thing or bad thing for the long-term market? For those who don't know, Bitcoin dominance is basically in the entire crypto space, gaano kalaki yung percentage ng Bitcoin up against all the other coins in the market. So when they say Bitcoin dominance is dropping, meaning yung percentage ng Bitcoin up against the entire cryptocurrency market, bumabagsak siya. I don't know if it's good or bad, but what I think is this. There are a lot of tokens that have massively better utility than Bitcoin that can do so much good in the world that I think a lot of investors are also seeing. The movement from Bitcoin to other altcoins that have so much utility, it speaks volumes of ano yung pwedeng gawin ng mga altcoins na yon na hindi kayang gawin ng Bitcoin. Because I think right now, May 2021, it's already established that as of this point in time, Bitcoin, more than a currency, is a storer of value. But above and beyond that also, even if Bitcoin would 10x, there might be other coins and tokens over the next few months, over the next 2 years, that would have a possibility of greater capital appreciation than Bitcoin. And that's why I think a lot of people are also deploying more time and attention to invest in them. Kahit ako, I mentioned this in a previous video that I stopped buying Bitcoin primarily because the upside is lesser. Primarily because also I'm waiting for it to drop a bit. Should it drop a bit, I also want to stack more Bitcoin. In a way, if I have an opportunity to find other altcoins that have better use cases, I would also go into that. Lemon Wins. His question is, despite of the crypto price drop, ADA went into an all-time high. Why is that? Please do notice, no, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know how things will actually go on a regular basis, but here are 3 things that I could actually say about it, and I do hope this gives you value. Number 1, from a technical standpoint, if you see it here from the charts, ADA is still currently breaking out from the 1.5 resistance level. So please do note that ADA has been sideways for quite some time. And for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, you do know that when stocks break out from sideways markets, the resistance of that is very, very strong. But in a way, when it breaks out also, it gives you a larger sense that the breakout would also be stronger. So that's what we're seeing for ADA right now. It's currently breaking out from that very, very large resistance, and that's why it's currently moving higher. By the way, if you want to know more about what I did, the charts, technical analysis, candlesticks, MACD, moving averages, and everything else in between, we have another Stock Smarts technical analysis session happening this June 2021. If you want to understand that more in depth, because we're doing more technical analysis, not just for stocks, but also for cryptocurrencies as well. So that's one. I think the technicals warrant it. The technicals show us that currently it's breaking out. Technicals does not answer why, but it just tells you that it's breaking out. It would be good to be in position. It would also be prudent that if you own the stock, better hold on to it first until a clear reversal happens. Number 2, please do note that the drop of Bitcoin and some of the tokens/cryptocurrencies connected to it was primarily because of Elon Musk's comment that he said that Bitcoin is bad for the environment. And I mentioned that in a previous video where Bitcoin, Ethereum, uses proof of work, which requires a lot of energy. But I explained that in greater detail there that a lot of miners are pushing towards renewable energy, which is not as harmful to the environment. So renewable energy is the future. The reason why I think ADA is moving up, ADA is moving up in connection to that statement is primarily because ADA is moving towards more sustainable use of energy. ADA is proof of stake, meaning it's not as resource intensive as what Bitcoin is doing in terms of proof of work. In terms of Elon Musk's statement, I think that's why it's moving up because it's more environment friendly than what Bitcoin is. ADA is playing the long game, and people have not really seen how the apps would really work on top of the Cardano network. And when it does, I think that's when we will fully appreciate what it actually will be. Whatever price movement that you are also seeing right now, please remember this, that prices move up when more buyers are willing to buy a token at a much higher price. So this is just my opinion that more people are seeing the long-term value of ADA, regardless if it's DeFi, NFT, and everything else in between, that they're seeing it, that they're willing to buy it at $2 because of what it could possibly be in the future. Another question from Angeline Buban: should long-term investors cut loss also? If you're a long-term investor, there must be a fundamental reason on why you're buying it, regardless if it's the stock market or the cryptocurrency market. Maybe you like the valuations, you like the company, you like the growth, or in crypto, you like the token, you like the things that it will disrupt. You know that there's something special about it, regardless if it's growth, valuations, dividends, or technology. If any of the conditions of why you bought it is changing, meaning the growth in earnings is not there, the dividends is not there anymore, the macroeconomy has changed, competitors are beating it, then it would be prudent for you to sell even if you are at a loss. Please remember, as investors, your trigger to sell is not just the price, but your trigger to sell if the underlying conditions on why you bought it is no longer there. And I want to submit this to you that before you buy something, you need to already underline the reasons why you are coming into it and why you are buying it. Last question from Seth Curry 21. This question is, what happens, sir, when BTC reaches its limit? Is there a chance to add more? Okay, so there will only be 21 million Bitcoins. That's it. Once the last Bitcoin is mined, there will never be any Bitcoin added to the network. And that's what makes it valuable, because it's very, 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 very scarce. That's what makes it so interesting, and that's why people are willing to buy it even at a higher price, because after 21 million Bitcoin, there will be no Bitcoin mined ever. There are some tokens and cryptos that people can mine more. It can be inflationary in nature. That's why Bitcoin is regarded to as digital gold, because there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. And that's why I created so many videos on this channel to educate you on how significant Bitcoin is in the cryptocurrency market. So I hope you got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that was helpful. We talked about Matic, my mistakes in it, and what we can learn from that. We also talked about ADA's movement. We talked about Bitcoin dominance. We talked about cutting losses, and we talked about what happens when the last Bitcoin is mined. If you like more of this, like, share, subscribe, and smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing. Above and beyond Stock Smart's technical analysis happening this July, I also have Investment Conference 2021, the largest conference in the country, featuring the likes of Randall Chongson, Tony Herbosa, Rex Mendoza, Diwa Gunigundo, Rosemary Rafael, David Lichu. We now have around 14 speakers joining us in the event. Join us. We'll have 1,000 people live in the event with us. So if you want to know more about that and be part of the growing number of Filipinos investing, check the link in the description below to be able to sign up for more details. And I have books that I've written that will help you in your road to investing, particularly in the stock market. If you want that also, link is in the description below. And lastly, if you want to invest in the cryptocurrency market, I'd like to invite you. I use Binance. I think they're one of the best cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. They're not just one of the best that I like, but they're also the largest crypto exchange in the world. That if you want to sign up, you can do so. It doesn't require a large amount of money to start. Actually, you can make a transaction for just 1,000 pesos to be able to flip your fiat peso into other cryptocurrencies as well. But again, please, whatever I say here, don't take this as financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. It's your money. It's your responsibility. You have to take the time to learn what you're getting into. Never ever buy, sell, hold, or avoid just because you hear it off of YouTube. So this is Marvin Gurmo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.